Our standard of living is falling apart right in front of our eyes. Many Americans still don't realize that the damage done to the U.S. economy won't be fixed anytime soon. Our leaders have made some very stupid decisions over the past few years. For example, they have caused food prices to go up, people's buying power to go down, and living costs to go up. For a long time, people who knew what would happen if they borrowed and spent trillions upon trillions of dollars begged our leaders to stop, but they didn't listen. In just 2 years, we put more money into our financial system than ever before. Americans face new unpleasant surprises at the pump every week. Our paychecks aren't going up at the same rate as gas prices. The price of gas has gone up by almost another 50% since May 2021. Has your paycheck gone up by 50% in each of the last 2 years? If so, you're very lucky because most Americans can't answer that question. Some states are being hit harder than others. One example is California, where the average price of a gallon of gas has reached a shocking 5.92 cents. According to AAA estimates, gas prices are expected to keep going up, and prices above $4.50 are going to be the new normal as the energy supply crunch in the US continues. The government has been trying to blame Russia for the latest price hikes, but this trend has been going on in the US for a long time. The US government isn't being honest with the people. Inflation is out of control. The government keeps lying to the people and won't take responsibility for its failed policies. Americans are paying for reckless spending that led to the highest inflation rate in 40 years with skyrocketing prices. There is a chance that gas prices will go up and the economy will get worse. Things could get much worse if we lose Middle Eastern supplies. If that happens, it won't be long before Americans have to pay $10 for a gallon of gas. At the same time, food prices in the US are going through the roof. Over the past 24 months, they've been rising at a rate that most of us have never seen before. Last week, a new report showed yet another rise in the cost of food at the wholesale level. If Russia decided to cut off gas supplies, we would also have to deal with a new wave of infections in China, which is happening right now. We've seen a series of supply shocks come one after the other, which has never happened before. On the same note, the head of the UN World Food Program is warning that high food prices are already causing widespread civil unrest in many parts of the world. If people can't feed their children and families, the politics become unstable. Nearly 80 million people around the world were heading towards starvation about 5 years ago. However, that number jumped to 135 million before the health crisis broke out, largely because of war and extreme weather, and now a shocking 276 million people are at that critical level, including nearly 49 million people in 43 countries who are on the brink of famine. The UN is being forced to ration food supplies to millions of people around the world. Often, this means taking food away from hungry children to feed starving children. If we don't have a safety net program, extremists or whoever will take advantage of that. Then you'll have riots, famine, destabilization, and then mass migration because you have to. This is already happening in the United States. Rising rates will hurt the housing market, but what's worse is that they add to the financial stress that many Americans are already feeling. Has anyone's paycheck gone up by 38% in the last year? We keep asking these questions to show that our standard of living is being destroyed in a systematic way. This is a real crisis that will not only affect us now, but also our children and grandchildren. We've brought the U.S. economy to the edge of a financial abyss, and now that the day of reckoning has come, it seems pointless to think that the same people who got us into this mess will get us out of it. In fact, there's a good chance that when the next major crisis comes along, our leaders will respond by borrowing and spending even more money, making the same mistakes and putting us in a much worse position. Feel free to share this message with friends and family. Please turn on that notification bell to always know about our latest updates. And thank you for watching.